This is AC Starlord, aka Austin. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time since I did a Blu-ray update video for for Wicked. Saw that. Now I mean a W, but this is for Wonder Man. I seen the first three episodes. I'm still in the third episode, and I'll come back later on this channel to talk about the rest of the episodes. They dropped all eight episodes the other day. This is a fantastic show. It shows you a man this young man right here struggling to be an actor, but also he has some powers, and that's all I know about Wonder Man. He is has unique powers. Even in the comics, he had different unique costumes. He had a red and green costume, looks like Christmas. And I know they gave him his final suit, his black and red suit that's from the actual comics. And Wonder Man in the comics is white, so like it's different, but I get it's different. The race change doesn't affect me at all or anything because to be honest, this is the first ever time. This is the first ever time for DC, and then not. This is the first time ever for a Marvel. Sorry, for a Marvel character that I don't know. Don't know why I said DC. It's always either Marvel and DC with me. Um, for a Marvel character I don't know, yeah, Ant-Man. I did know a little bit about. The Guardians of the Galaxy, I knew a little bit. They're a team, but I didn't know much about them until I watched Guardians of the Galaxy. And this brings you in the forefront of that. And then you bring back Trevor from um, Iron Man, Iron Man 3, I believe. Yeah, Iron Man 3. And everyone sees him. He's an actor, but everyone sees him. And then also from Shang-Chi, the Ten Rings, and they brought back that same. It's the same Trevor, but everyone sees him as the terrorist, and he's even trying out for a auditioning and trying out for a role. And it's like, where did we last time we saw him? Oh, well, he was a terrorist. That's all people see him as, and he's a good actor. And Trevor Ben Kingsley, Sir Ben Kingsley, is a very good actor in real life, but he plays a very good character and a very good actor. And for so far, for him to get not to go back to prison to serve his sentence as the fake Mandarin. He has to track down. He has to be friends with our main antagonist as as Wonder Man. There's so many W characters like Wonder Woman and stuff like that. We'll go straight to Wonder Woman. To me, our Wonder Man here, and he's going through a breakup, and no one says to let him in. And then like the third episode's about him how his house went on fire when he was a little kid. But it was the story went with the messing with the stove. But I think it's when we saw the department after he's trying to do a video for his audition, and the second episode is jumping from place to place to do an audition with Trevor, and them having a good bromance, talking back and forth. Um, he find they find out we find out that he has some type of powers, explosive powers, and that's all I can say. That's all I do know. And in the first episode, he was struggling to keep a job even on American Horror Stories. You have American Horror Stories, but you're one of those actors that sit there, read the scripts, and overthinks and overtakes a thought process and then he makes up his own origin story for the character, and that's what they're not really looking for. But also in the second episode, you saw Baby's Day Out, which I have a video on here, and I think there's either a guy playing the actual director of that movie or an actor playing the fake version of the actual playing the actual. And when I say fake, I mean like there's an actor actually playing the actual director of the director who played. Direct. We have an actor playing the director who actually directed Baby's Day Out, but I'm not sure if it's the actual director or an actor. But they do have Baby's Day Out in the background, in the bathroom, in the main office. And I saw that movie with my one of my best friends and a sister for life, and sister in Christ, um, Melissa, and she showed me this movie one day of a comedy. like movie, and I'm going off subject here, but it's going to lean back into Wonder Man. Um, comedy like movie about a young couple having a baby. Taking they want to get their baby's photo taken, and these criminals, pretty much kidnap this baby for ransom. Doesn't go that well because the baby's super smart and out tricks them, and then you see the movie post in the background of this director's bathroom and office, and then he's telling um our Wonder Man here and Trevor that acting is um at the end of the day it's like a job. At the end of the day, it's just a regular job. It's nothing mean to life, and he's basically being condescending. But also what this movie does so well, besides not showing him as Wonder Man, showing not showing him as Wonder Man yet, and showing his a stint of his little bit of his powers, which is kind of cool to see a little bit of his powers because this guy actually does have powers, but he's also a struggling actor. It shows that the struggle for actors are sometimes real. Upcoming actors or even actors that have been around for a while, sometimes they don't get a lot of roles because they're pigeonholed pigeonholed to what people know him what the people know them as. Um, that's not for every actor. I mean, Junior was in after he did Iron Man, and in between Iron Man he did a movie called uh he did a movie with I think Robert De Niro or whatever, the judge, and then he did Sherlock Holmes. He did after Avengers Endgame he did Oppenheimer. He did a lot of different things in between those times, and he had a TV show on HBO Max. I don't know if it's going to do second season of that, but if he is, that's cool. Um, then you have like people like Jeff Goldblum, not like people like not like Jeff Goldblum, where he's been in Jurassic Park and other different movies, The Fly, recently, Wicked, Wicked and Wicked for Good, and then all these other things. Let's see, Sir Ben Kingsley's been in a lot of different things. Speaking of Sir Ben Kingsley, he's been in a lot of different movies as well. Um, a lot of different actors like Jim Carrey. A lot of different people don't they get the roles they get. Like Jim Carrey gets to play the wacky Doctor Eggman and Sonic because he is wacky. But other people they get pigeonholed like yes, the success of Power Rangers like Justice David Austin St. John, just David Frank. Well, he's no longer around with us anymore, just David Frank. But St. John. Uh, I think the black guy's name is Walter or something. The guy who plays Billy in there. Uh, what's his name? Is also friends with just there, Frank. Which also met him personally. Jason Font. They're all actors. Those people all named as all Power Ranger actors, even the other Power Rangers after them, even the current series that just ended Power Rangers. They have a long, female to be the first ever Red Power Ranger. But what I'm trying to say that leads into Wonder Man here, those actors that played the Power Rangers in the Power Rangers Turbo movie, the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie, even the 2018 Power Ranger movie, even the current Power Rangers that we have and even been having they try out the other things and they try out for other things back after Power Rangers and they got pigeonholed by just being a Power Ranger. Oh, you're only this Power Ranger, but that's fine. We're gonna go to cons and go around and um, do these cons and I get money. I get money for that, and I get paid for that, and that's another way of income. versus a struggling actor that's just trying to make it, and he's overthinking some things, and Trevor's teaching him how not to overthink things. It's also really good insight of how actors get their jobs, how they try out, how hard it is to be that, and how they have to find another type of job for them to do while they're doing this stuff. But also, like I just mentioned, with those Power Rangers stuff, that's very true. They get pigeonholed for those things. That's why when like the Netflix did Power Rangers once and always, they grab the Power Rangers they know they're still around, and they made a whole like special TV special kind of film. And then they brought back the guy who plays Billy to be in the current season, and then they know who to get for anniversary episodes. But like for him, that's just starting out, trying to get a big break, and then he tried to do his big break on American Horror Stories, and then the third episode, his mom doesn't know that he's on American Horror Stories because he's overthinking too much. That was the thing. He's just struggling to be an actor, but he's a good one. He's a talented actor, and they show that. Versus also they show also like Trevor being an actor already, but also pigeonholed for, well, some of the things he done in the past, but also, oh, he was a terrorist. He was played a fake terrorist, the Mandarin, and he's holding up against that, pigeonholed against that. So it's a very insight of being an actor too, but also showing maybe an upcoming superhero for the MCU, for maybe the future of what we can see now. Like I mentioned, Robert Downey Jr., right, being the Doctor Doom pretty soon here. Um, I don't know much about anything else until I go the rest of the show, but it's good so far. She dropped all 8 episodes. I'm enjoying it. It shows the insights of working how actors are for TV shows and movies, and the pigeonhole versus first starting out. He's starting out and he can't get a stable job. He's just trying to do his best. Trevor's just also being his friend, but also investigating him because he doesn't want to go to jail. He's also struggling, but he also landed a big role in a movie because he's also famous for being Mandarin, but some places don't take him because he's the Mandarin. So yeah, it's very interesting. But that's an insight of the actor's world, and the world that we all some of us fans like me and stuff, some of us fans like me and other people find fascinating. Um, some people that like to write books and stuff like that, no, my movies turn into a book. That's the only time they pay attention to a movie is when their favorite book turns into a movie, or just like me, my favorite comic books turn into a movie, or my or a sequel of that or that a sequel of this or that coming out, or a reboot of or a reboot of this and that's coming out. So it gets us all interested. But you know, even biopics. So again, it's an inner working of acting, movies, TV, mainly acting, but all that all combined. And behind it's also a MCU TV show that's not bad. It's good, fantastic. I would say it's up there with uh um Agatha All Along and WandaVision. So this has been the Wonder Man video. So if you like this video, put a like, subscribe, notification bell, and deuces.